Today, we're diving deep into a classic text, the Yogacara Bhumi Shastra, to check out a really profound teaching on generosity. We're going to unpack a list of 10 offerings that builds from the physical all the way up to the purely mental, ending in what the text calls the ultimate, number one, top-tier form of giving. You know, this ancient text really makes you think. It suggests that the true meaning of an offering goes way, way beyond just the material stuff. It challenges us to think not just about what we give, but how we give it, and maybe most importantly, why. So let's see how it breaks this down. All right, so here's our game plan. We've got 5 key stops on this journey. We'll start with the most tangible, physical stuff, and then work our way up, step by step, into the world of pure intention and find out what it really means to get the greatest possible merit. First up, let's look at the most direct, most physical kinds of offerings mentioned in the text. You can think of this as the foundation that the rest of this incredible teaching is built on. So the text kicks things off with 2 types of physical offerings. The first one, a Sharira offering, is when you make an offering directly to relics. The second, a Chaitya offering, is for things like stupas or shrines. These are, the most concrete ways you can show reverence. But right away, the text just blows our minds and expands our perspective. An offering can be made in presence, that's to whatever's right there in front of you, but it can also be made not in presence. This is where your intention stretches out to include all Buddhas and all their monuments across all of time and space, even the ones you can't see. And this just brilliantly shows a key principle. The bigger your intention, the greater the merit. The text is super clear, offering to what's right in front of you. That's wonderful. You get great merit. But expanding your mind to include everything that's not physically there, that generates even more. And combining the two, offering to what's in front of you while also holding the intention that this is for everyone, everywhere, well, that generates the absolute most supreme merit of all. So, the teaching build on this idea. The next couple of offerings shift the focus from the where to the who and the how. This is where our own actions and our influence on others really come into play. So here, the text compares making an offering with your own 2 hands, which it calls by oneself, versus inspiring other people to do it, which is teaching others. And what's so fascinating is how it defines teaching others. It's not just, giving a talk. It includes empowering people to give, like, for example, giving resources to someone in need so that they can be the one to make an offering. How cool is that? And look at that. We see the exact same pattern again. Doing it yourself is good. It creates great merit. But inspiring a whole circle of generosity, creating this ripple effect of giving, that's even better. So, of course, the text says that doing both, making offerings yourself while also encouraging and helping others to do the same, is the highest and most meritorious form. Okay, so far we've looked at where we offer and who's doing the offering. Now, the text dives into the actual qualities that can take any offering and elevate it, no matter what it is. The 7th type is the wealth and respect offering. This is probably what most of us picture when we hear the word offering, right? It's providing material things like flowers or incense and doing respectful actions like bowing or chanting praises. But then, the text immediately pushes us to think bigger. It introduces the vast offering. And this isn't about how big or expensive the gift is. Instead, a vast offering is defined by a set of 7 very specific qualities that just amplify its impact. This is like a grand synthesis of everything we've talked about so far. A vast offering isn't just one thing, it's a combo of powerful qualities. It's an offering you make consistently using excellent items. It's got that broad scope, including the present and not present. It involves both your own action and inspiring others. And the crucial part, it's all powered by a pure mind and a really strong, sincere motivation. This leads perfectly into the 9th type, the unstained offering. This one is all about the inner state of the person giving. It's about making sure the motivation behind the whole thing is completely pure. And the text is super specific here. An unstained offering is free from arrogance, from disrespect, or from a scattered mind. It's not done to get something back, like trying to impress someone important. And you don't use things that are inappropriate or impure. This really hammers home the point that how you offer is just as important, maybe even more so, than what you offer. And this brings us to the climax of the whole teaching. After laying out all these different forms of material and mental offerings, the text reveals the one that surpasses them all in every single way. I mean, the Yogacara Bhumi Shastra does not hold back. It uses the most powerful, superlative words it can to describe this final 10th offering. It's making it crystal clear that this is it. This is the ultimate expression of generosity. So, what is this ultimate offering? It's not an object you can hold or an action you can see. It's not something you can buy or even perform in a normal sense. It's an internal transformation, the offering of right practice. So, what does that actually mean? It means the greatest gift you could possibly give is your own practice. Cultivating a heart full of compassion for everyone, contemplating the nature of reality, living ethically, training your mind. The text says that just engaging in the path to awakening itself is the supreme offering. It surpasses all material gifts by a measure that's basically infinite. Okay, so how do we actually put all this together? The text doesn't just give us a list and leave us hanging. It gives us a clear guide on how to make sure our efforts, our offerings, actually bear the greatest fruit possible. The text says that whenever we make any kind of offering, whether it's a simple flower or the deepest meditation, we should try to cultivate 6 specific mindsets. It calls them superior resolves to really magnify its power. Cultivating these attitudes of deep respect, of gratitude, of just awe, it's like preparing the soil before you plant a seed. It creates the perfect inner conditions. By seeing the object of our offering as this ultimate field of merit, recognizing their incredible kindness, and just appreciating how rare and perfect they are, we amplify the merit of even the smallest offering beyond measure. So, when you put it all together, the path to the greatest merit is crystal clear. We expand our scope beyond what's right in front of us. We expand our action to include not just ourselves, but other people. We purify our intentions so our offerings are vast and unstained. And ultimately, we realize that the truest offering we can ever make is our own dedicated cultivation of the path. And this leaves us with a final, really powerful thought. This text completely reframes what an offering even is. It's not about what we give away, but about what we build up and cultivate inside ourselves. The most precious gift isn't something external at all, but the internal practice of becoming a better, wiser, and more compassionate person. Thanks for joining this explainer.